Welcome to Locked and Loaded Sports. It's time to lock in, load up, and win big. If you're serious about sports and love cashing in on solid picks, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and let's get to work. In this video, we will discuss the Week 15 NFL Thursday Night Football matchup, giving you 2 free picks on the total and a side. We will be using a blend of historical data, advanced sports analytics, and real-world sentiment to deliver sharp and sometimes contrarian betting picks. Before our TNF breakdown begins, a quick NFL futures alert. Our video covering the top Super Bowl and conference winner odds is coming very soon. We're giving you the picks to get locked and loaded, positioning you to have a conference winner and secure the perfect hedge bet for the Super Bowl. Be sure to subscribe now so you don't miss out. Now let's get into this Thursday night matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which is a divisional grudge match full of desperation, and the betting market has settled on the Buccaneers as a home favorites. The Falcons enter this contest after one of their worst performances of the season, a 37-9 blowout loss to the Seattle Seahawks. However, the loss came at home, and the Falcons are historically a solid bet when they are underdogs on the road, boasting of 5 wins against the spread and only 1 non-cover record as an underdog this season. They have also had recent success against the Buccaneers, covering the spread in 5 of their last 6 matchups against their rivals. The Falcons' key injuries, particularly to wide receiver Drake London, are worrisome, but the sheer desperation of a team reeling from elimination and a public shaming often leads to a strong, prideful performance on a short week. Their potent rushing attack, which accounted for over 100 yards last week, offers a viable pathway to keep the score close and control the clock. On the other side, the Buccaneers is home favorite, sitting at 7 wins and 6 losses and facing immense pressure after their own costly 4-point loss to the New Orleans Saints created a tie atop the NFC South standings. Betting data shows that home favorites on Thursday Night Football have historically covered the spread more frequently in the later stages of the season. Furthermore, the Buccaneers have been the superior team in this rivalry's history, leading the all-time series and holding the psychological edge from their season-opening victory over the Falcons earlier this year. Their running game has been consistent, with over 170 yards on the ground last week, and while the passing game struggled, the veteran leadership of Baker Mayfield and the team's strong defense, even without injured tackle Tristan Wirfs, provides a higher floor for performance. This is a must-win game for their playoff aspirations, lending credence to the belief that they will focus and execute. While the Buccaneers have the divisional urgency and the home field advantage, the historical betting trends favor the short week underdog in this scenario. The spread is simply too much for us to lay on a Buccaneers team that just suffered an emotionally draining loss and is dealing with key injuries to their offensive line and receiving core. The Falcons, despite their blowout loss, have repeatedly performed well against the spread as a road underdog, particularly in this specific rivalry. We are getting locked and loaded with the Falcons to cover. Don't forget to hit that like button and leave a comment with your favorite Thursday night football pick. It helps our channel out a bunch. Thank you. And now for those action players who like to debate the final score, we switch our focus to the over-under, which is set in the mid-40s. Determining whether the combined score will go over or under this number requires weighing recent offensive struggles against the desperation of a high-stakes divisional game. The primary argument for the total going over rests on the volatility and urgency of a divisional matchup. While both defenses are strong, a quick turnover or an emotional play could lead to easy points for either offense, especially if penalties increase in a heated environment. Both the Falcons and the Buccaneers successfully ran the ball last week, and while running the clock is typically an under factor, efficient ground games set up dangerous play action passing and scoring opportunities in the red zone, which often result in touchdowns instead of field goals. Furthermore, the Buccaneers are in a must-win situation for the NFC South, and their offensive focus will be on scoring touchdowns, not simply managing the clock, particularly if they fall behind early in the game. On the other side of the coin, data points from recent performance trends strongly favor a low-scoring game, keeping the total under the set number. Both offenses are reeling from poor performances in Week 14, with the Falcons only managing 9 points and the Buccaneers hitting a season low in passing yards. Short week games are notorious for leading to sloppy, low-scoring football because reduced preparation time favors the defenses, making it difficult for offenses to find rhythm and execute complex plays. Crucially, both teams feature strong running games and are likely to try and control the clock to limit the opposing offense, and high rushing yardage totals are historically correlated with longer drives and fewer total possessions. Finally, the significant injuries to the Buccaneers' offensive line and receiving core, compounded by the absence of the Falcons' top receiver, depress the overall scoring potential for both sides. Given the recent offensive struggles, the impact of key injuries on the passing games of both teams, and the historical tendency for short-week divisional games to be low-scoring affairs, the evidence strongly suggests a defensive struggle. We are getting locked and loaded with the under. That wraps up another breakdown here on Locked and Loaded Sports. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the latest sports analysis and betting insights. More picks, more locks, and more action is coming your way. That's all for now. Stay sharp, stay ready, and get locked and loaded.